Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of the program, Can I Help You? I'm your host, Richard Frederick. In with me is no other than the man himself, Albert Fridges. Good night, Albert.
I hesitate to say Richard because, as you keep telling me, I'm not Guy Joseph.
Yeah, Guy Joseph is not in the house.
Good night, Richard.
Good night, Albert. How are you?
I'm good. Yes, indeed, I'm good.
We have a packed and heated program for the night. Yes, we do, folks. And we want to get deep into it very, very quickly. But before doing so, I want to say good night to a couple people. Miss Pam, good night to you. Miss Marjorie, good night to you. And I want to announce the grand opening of Marjorie's Place on Saturday. Saturday from 1 p.m. Find yourself in Casabah. Miss Marjorie will be opening her facility at the Casabah Beach. So we're asking all and sundry to be there from 1 o'clock. And Saturday is a good day because Saturday is the birthday of Teresa Alcey. Teresa Alcey, good night to you. Happy birthday in advance to you. And of course, we have a lady from, what's that area again there? Odsa, when you go past back road to go to Odsa, you're passing back road to go to Marigot.
Sarah?
Badney.
Oh, Badney.
Could you put up Grace picture, please? Andrea Grace Magoo, on Saturday is your birthday. You twin. You don't look like 73, you look like 37. Look at this, mama. Boy, bad. So Saturday is your birthday. Advance birthday greetings to you. All the best on Saturday. I may pass for a drink, although Miss Marjorie will beat me if I don't show my face. Albert, you want to say anybody quickly before we get down to business?
Yes, indeed. There's a lady who demanded that, as a matter of fact, she wanted you to say hello to her, Natalie de Turville.
It doesn't matter. If it comes from you, it comes from me.
So Natalie de Turville, good night. I also want to say good night to Sister Stephen Brett, of our chambers. Elna and her family down in Denver, her mother who is 100 plus, Mrs. Sister, and so on. So good night to these people. As we go along, I suppose I'll shout out a few more people.
Yes,
Isa Cyril, Alban
indeed.
Hippolyte, and so on. Yeah. As you said, we've got a packed program.
We have a packed program indeed. We have a packed, very, very packed program indeed. So, but before going on, let me just say a special good night to Tiba. Tiba, I want to congratulate you, Tiba. Zane Pierre, your name. Sometimes people don't know what others do to let peace prevail in the environment in which they find themselves. But Tiba, I want to thank you. I want to congratulate you. You are trying your utmost to ensure that there is peace and tranquility in your immediate environs. And I want to tell you that your good work is being recognized. I have mentioned it in very high places, and I will continue to mention it. So I'm very, very pleased about that. Andrew Stanislas, good night. I also want to express gratitude to Prince and Nupi and Toka and all the other guys who are trying their utmost to ensure that the youngsters are kept on the right track. But Tiba, I've seen you spend your own money. Prince, I've seen you spend your own money in terms of ensuring that there's a prevalence of peace. For that, I am extremely grateful. And I want God to continue blessing you guys and keeping you guys along that path. So the others that follow will see that, look, this is not the way I should go. Let me try to do better. Folks, today is a special day in my political career. Very special day. Special day in my political calendar. Today marks 19 years. 19 years since I was first elected to our House of Assembly. I was first elected on March 13th, 2006, as a then independent candidate for the constituency of Castries Central. I have since thereafter, that's making it thereafter redundant, I have since run 3 other elections, making a total of 4 elections. And I have been successful on all 4 occasions. Thank God for that. I am soon to run a 5th election, and again will be successful. And as Rickwin said, this comes from persistent hard work. But in addition to hard work, folks, it comes from persons knowing, and not only knowing, but feeling that you are truly interested in their well-being. In any constituency you go in the world, that does not confine itself to our geographical setting. In any constituency you go, the politician that is truly popular, the politician that is truly loved by his people, are the politicians who genuinely show that he or she has the interest or have the interest of the people that he or she represents around. And that is why I do know that the people of Central Castries love me. And they know I love them as well. I will do whatever I can to bring a better quality of life to the people of Castries Central. No politician in the world, none, no matter what amount of resources you have at your disposal, no politician, none whatsoever, can give everybody everything they want. It is basically impossible. Black boy, could you cue thing for me, please? I'll take it in a while. No politician. But what a politician must do is to ensure that he or she thrives, to give a better quality of life to the people that he or she represents. You will not be able to give everyone everything. You will not be able to do everything. But you prioritize, and you know what impacts the majority of people. And so this is your cue. What will satisfy not one man? There are people who come to me and tell me, boss man, give me a job for 100 grand, and I'll give that one, I'll give that one, I'll give. No, I prefer taking that 100 grand and give 100 people $1,000 each, or give 200 people $500 each, rather than me giving one man $100,000. It will not happen under my watch. And any politician who does that is bound to be defeated at the polls. He will be defeated, or she will be defeated at the polls. That is why I will stay out, and anytime I waltz in, I am embraced, because I know how to take care of our people. We will not, like I said, I can't do everything. I will not be able to give everybody everything they want, but popularity and interest is taking account of the needs of the majority of the people. You must, as a politician, believe in uplifting the people across the board. You must believe in it. When I built Serenity Park, I could never forget. There was an afternoon, I just walked there to see what the scene was like. And then I met this ex-governor general who was living in Sanssouci. What's his name again? He's deceased now.
Stanislas, was it?
No, it wasn't Stanislas. Ah, gosh. Actually, his children and grandchildren were in the battle relay. Can't remember his name now. Ex-governor general. I'll remember in a bit. And he told me the best thing I could have done was to build this park, because a lot of older folk, the mother of Rowan Sion, and all of them used to congregate there on an afternoon, and their children and grandchildren playing around them. You know, that brought a certain degree of satisfaction and elevation to the spirits of those older folk. Boswell Williams is the name. Thank you, Johnny Cyril. Boswell Williams. Yes, thank you very much, Johnny. And when I met Boswell and Boswell is saying, Mr. Minister, you don't even know what you did there. This is a place all of us come on an evening as the sun sets. We talk, our children, our grandchildren, and the atmosphere is so soothing. So this is what a politician does. He thinks of the interest of the majority, not one man who will literally harass you over and over for a big, big money whilst others suffer. No, that is a recipe for failure. That is a recipe for rejection at the polls. And any politician who has practiced that, rest assured, they are now living on a territory of regret. I will not do it. I will continue to see what I can do for everybody. And that is why I've always asked my people, and that is my slogan. It has been my slogan. Judge me by my performance. That being said, folks, I want you to take a listen. I didn't know she was going to do it, but I want you to take a listen to Charmaine, who has been around me ever since I entered the political arena. There are about 20 of them like that. If I go right, they go right. If I go left, they go left. If I go in between, they go in between. They have been around me. And Charmaine put a testimonial together that actually sent shivers down my spine. I was so taken aback, I had to give it a wow. Abe from Georgeville and the Georgeville folks, Tutsi and all the others, good night. But before I go into what I want to show you about the opening of something tomorrow, let's take a listen to Charmaine, who has been around me for the last 19 years of my political life.
19 years ago today, on March 13th, 2006, in a mere 9 days on the ground, Attorney at Law Richard Frederick heeded a call of service by the people of Castries Central. As an independent candidate, he won the hearts of all with a resounding historic victory at the polls. A constituency desperately in need of a caretaker with passion, understanding, and empathy, one who could relate to the cries of the people and still be the driving force to their empowerment, teaching a man to fish. We immediately saw results. He donated his earnings to the constituency as domestic and social assistance, not touching a penny of it. He developed the front of Jeremy Street into a modern-day plaza, from the vending of coconuts and charcoal, the rundown shacks on Darling Road to Darling Road Plaza, vending booths along Chisel Street, St. Louis Street, and Jeremy Street, relieving congestion while adding beautification and entrepreneurship, empowering small business owners. He built a number of courts throughout the community, along with community centers, and the rehabilitation and implementation of many comfort stations. Sanssouci was enhanced with Serenity Park, all of which he accomplished in his first term. He was voted as the preferred choice of Castries Central, despite the UWP's defeat at the polls in 2011. He remained committed to his call and worked with us throughout the 5 years. He was accused, targeted, defamed in all ways possible during the period of 2016 to 2021. That did not deter him, as he was now fighting not just for Castries Central, but for Fair Helen to be rescued. And yet again, on July 25th, 2021, he won the hearts of his people who had yearned for his return, be it independent or otherwise. That's our Richie. In a short space of 3.5 years, he has constructed new facilities, more vending structures, rehabilitations of our roads, the mitigation of floodwaters when it rains, refurbishments of many homes along with central government assistance, and he just keeps going. No matter what is thrown his way, he champions on. Even though he could choose not to, he has put us first. I want to thank his family for sharing him with us. I want to thank God and ask for his continued blessings upon his selfless soul. Be his light and award him divine grace, not just today, but always. Happy 19th anniversary to the best rep ever. Honorable Richard Frederick, you remain our pride, strength, and vision. We love and appreciate you. to 19 more years. Team RF, let's keep going. We love you, Papa.
Thank you. What do you think of that, Albert?
No, that is that is sincerity.
I think so.
The lady has outlined better than you can, I think.
Yes, indeed.
What you have done in the constituency,
Yes.
and I mean it shows the appreciation, right? From
Yes,
her
indeed.
voice there, it shows.
Yes.
But I think she's speaking not only for herself.
Yeah, she speaks for a whole contingent of persons.
Yes.
I believe she speaks for the majority of Castries Central. Because once you're elected, invariably you're represented everyone, but you are voted in by the majority. And that having been said, Albert and folks, I want to announce the grand opening of the newly built facility that stands where the demolished marketing board used to be. Play those two videos for me very quickly. Yes, we have built a new vending facility where the marketing board used to be, and it is slated, you can play the videos, it is slated to be opened tomorrow at 3 p.m. That is right there. A lot of people do not even believe that this is St. Lucia, but yes, it is. It is right there on, yes, you believe that's St. Lucia?
That's beautiful, man.
It is beautiful indeed. It is beautiful indeed, and it represents true development to Castries Central and by extension to our country, St. Lucia. Now, folks, I want to say this. This project was implemented through collaborative efforts. There were cross-ministerial responsibilities in bringing this project to fruition. Firstly, the land on which the structure stands, I think part belongs to CCC, part belongs to Marketing Board. But in the main, the land belongs to the Marketing Board. And the Marketing Board, it falls under the Ministry of Agriculture. Tourism conceptualized the whole thing under the Ministry of Tourism. And of course, CCC and your humble servant had to do whatever was necessary to see the implementation of this project. Now, folks, so it was the responsibility across the various ministries. I remember the first meeting, in our initial meetings, they were friendly tassels. They were a little, what I was saying, the land is ours. Marketing Board says we should control. City Council says we in charge of the city, we could control. But all in all, this friendly banter came to an end. And we decided at that meeting to set up a management committee to oversee the operations of this entity. After that, my work had just started. It had just started. I met with fish vendors, some of whom, and sadly, everybody sees their own personal economic space as being primary and should not be secondary to national interest. That's the sad reality. In other words, mwevle $4, même si mwe tue, me amitashi me. Mamele kimun nabawe, kimun mabawe, komwe sali, koma sali, la mwevle because lana $4. And I met with some resistance, some of the fishermen, not all of them. But I told them basically they have no choice. I told them, like I told the vendors when I removed what was quickly growing to have been a ghetto around the printry. I told the vendors, we cannot have this. We cannot have this in the city. We are ghettoizing the city. I don't want to compromise your ability to make $1, but let's do it under circumstances and under conditions where the aesthetics of the city are not compromised. And I told the fishermen that. I had a meeting with them at the fisheries, and immediately I indicated to them that I will embark upon building a new fish vending facility to stop them from doing what they're doing by the market. Folks, have a look at what I recently built that cost us in excess of $200,000. Can you show it, please? This is a new facility built for the fishermen who sell fish by the market to ensure that they have a proper facility with one running water, a quintessential feature for healthy fish vending, and 2 ice machines. Okay? So we build this to ensure that when we take them off the streets, we don't throw them anywhere, but we give them a good facility, a nice facility. And you all know me, anything I do it well. I do it, make it look aesthetically appealing. It's like on Saturday last week, I'm driving and by New Village, and I'm seeing a guy taking some old plywood on a place I just cast next to the road on Chaussee Road, and put up a thing as though he's in the ghetto. Let me tell you, I was so infuriated. I had him to break it down right there and then. Right there and then. And those things cannot be tolerated. They cannot be. So it is not about putting the vendors out. Now, had he called me, I see he still have a old shed there. I'll mash it up as well. I will. Good. We cannot ghettoize the city like that. If you call me, you say, Mr. Minister, I will say, City Council, let's build free, nice vending huts. Let's do it properly. If we have to charge rent, we charge rent. But don't come and take your old dirty, stinking plywood that rotten, that have all kind of thing in it, and just put it up to make the city look like a ghetto. It will not be tolerated. And fish vendors, I'm warning. I am warning. I spent money to build a new facility. You'll have to use it, because the measures we will put in place, Zotkai di Mun Puesozo. We have to understand, folks, let's do it, but let's do it well. Let's do it within a clean environment. I'm not against anybody making a dollar. I will never, ever, ever, ever be. Okay? Like I said, you call me, you say, look, Mr. Minister, I don't mind that if you, I'll say, all right, look, City Council, come. Let's build 5 or 3 nice huts there. Let this guy with the car wash do one. Let another person. Let's do it properly. Let them pay a little rent. But don't come and ghettoize the city, fellas. No. I represent you all. I want you all to be uplifted, not go down. Up, up. We're going up. We're going up. That is why today I'm Wilton Jan can boast of a nice court. And even yesterday I told Tibabe he also built a toilet facility. Now I want a little vending facility there as well. You know, we will build it properly. We will do it well so our ghetto people can thrive under good conditions. That's all I want for y'all. So fish vendors, I had to build that for y'all. And even before that, for that facility to come to fruition, I had to meet all the persons who were selling next to the marketing board. They had all the old huts, and I had to take them out temporarily and place them where we demolished the police station. That big parking lot there, all the people who are there, I had to replace them there. I had to meet them and tell them, look, we are going to build a facility there. I need your cooperation. On the Sunday, when transport and handling was actually moving all those huts, I spent almost the entire day because I am so developmentally driven. I wanted to see the huts out of there, for the building to be demolished, for that structure to have started. And I was on it like a clock. I spent the entire Sunday there. The sad thing is, I remember when transport and handling moved one of the huts, you know, when it put it down, there were barely a few boards left. So there was one I had to rebuild in almost its entirety, you know, and I gave the vendors an undertaking that they would have been the first ones to have been given priority in terms of reoccupation of that facility. We did that. But when the management committee decided, based on the cost, the rental sums per unit, I knew it was prohibitive for those people. Okay? So what did I do? I quickly ordered some caravans. I ordered more than I needed rather. I ordered some caravans so that when we are removing those people, at least we can give them a caravan temporarily, because when the wharf is developed, they will go back there. I've already spoken to GPH in terms of who will occupy the new vending facilities that will be constructed there. There will be room for everybody. But those people who I remove from by the market, I am giving them the choice of, okay, show them the caravans to me, please. I'm giving them the choice of occupying those. All of those are vending caravans, Albert. I got 22 of them. We will let them occupy them temporarily until GPH finishes the wharf, whereupon we can take those vendors and put them back into their permanent homes, so to speak. Okay? So we are trying, I am trying desperately, whilst persons are earning a living, to do it under conditions that are healthy, that are aesthetically pleasing, that are not nasty, that are clean. And so that is how the city is being driven at this time.
Yeah, but I like that you said healthy. So we're speaking of sanitary conditions, especially for fish vending.
Yes.
Right? And the effort that you've made there to build that facility.
I built a facility for them.
Right? Now, these vendors have to go to the facility.
They must. And I want to call on St. Lucians. I want to call on their patrons to help me. Please, I need your assistance. Do not buy fish, although I'm warning them. Fish seen on the streets in carts, I am just warning now. Please, just don't do it. Just don't do it. With a Churchill, Vanaleala, I will literally beg people to help us to keep the city clean. Yeah. Let's go buy the fish. Don't encourage them to come to town. We come, the place smells and everything.
Precisely. Richard, let me tell you. You know the long snapper? I think they call it guanzi.
Yeah.
The long snapper. I love that fish. I absolutely love it. Now, I don't see it very often. But sometimes when I'm passing by the market, I see it. I don't buy it. I do not buy it. I do not buy fish by the roadside because I know it's not sanitary.
It's not sanitary. You need running water, Albert, and you need ice. You need running water, you need ice.
So those vendors must go to, you can't have made that effort, Richard.
You understand what I'm saying?
And for them not to go into the fish vending facility there, you know, and the patrons, the people who buy fish, ensure that you go and get your fish at the facility. Do not facilitate those who would wish to break the law, right? You don't facilitate them.
The other thing is the coconut vendors. But say, Jeff Cavan Cocoa, I have a special tomorrow when I address at the opening. I have a special message for some of you. To put it bluntly, I can't make it more palatable. Some of you are too nasty. You are too nasty. You are selling coconuts. You leave the husk there. Okay? You leave coconuts there overnight. A place infested with rats. Rats run over those coconuts. They pee on those coconuts. And then those very coconuts are sold to people the following day. We cannot permit that, folks. We cannot permit that. We will not permit it. This afternoon, I gave the mayor some specific instructions, and she had to send a coconut vendor home. She had to send one home, if that is what it takes for me to ensure there is compliance, cleanliness, and at least a healthy environment. I will. We cannot have our people, we just doing things in a haphazard manner as though we're so nasty, we're so unclean. I'm driving behind a vehicle, I see somebody take a paper bag and just throw it on the street. We need to be a little more conscious about the cleanliness of our environment. Now, folks, you will not believe. I'm not against anyone making a dollar. No, I will never be. I was born in Mickwood from parents who were banana farmers. I went to school on the proceeds of banana sales. I will not, never, in no way be against anybody thriving to survive by selling goods that are eligible for human consumption. But You must observe cleanliness and good healthy practices. That is the reality. You are selling things that people consume, and you don't give two hoots about the health consciousness of what you're doing. Excuse me. And the environment within which you're operating. Really?
We have had 1 or 2 deaths through leptospirosis,
Bro, when I was first a minister, there was one of the guys working in my ministry, Albert. He went and have breakfast at a certain place within the city circuit, and somebody had warned him not to eat there. Apparently, the pot they were frying the bake, they don't wash it. And the rats had a field day in that pot. And the man died less than he's from Babonneau, about 48 hours after he ate from that place. So
You must be a little more conscious.
it's really disheartening to see. Now, mind you, are some by the market coconut vendors doing pure nastiness. You juxtapose them to some coconut vendors who sell by SNS. Those guys sell by the roadside, Albert.
You're talking about SNS North.
SNS up north.
Oh yeah, this
I want to compliment them.
These guys.
I want to when I need coconut water in any vast quantity, I drive up there. I want to compliment them. The guys do their things nicely, and before they leave, they pick up. You would never even know after they leave whether there was any coconut vending activity in that vicinity.
Yeah. When you drive past in the morning, no evidence of that.
You cannot see evidence of that. Yes. And that's all I'm asking for. Fait dollar, me fait dépasser au timiet prix pour faire prix dollar. That's all I'm saying. And after I did all that, Albert, I posted the video of the facility today. I have to take care of coconut vendors. I have to take care of fishermen. I have to take care of people that were vending there to make room for the demolition and the construction. A hack said that was a UWP project. UWP started. UWP, they been so But after the opening tomorrow, it's at 3 p.m. After the opening tomorrow, you'll await the reopening rather, of the Serenity Park, specifically with the new feature of the amphitheater. You're against progress, but I'll tell you all what. If you're against progress, put progress in your pipes and smoke it. Because right now, and yes, our guest is here. Our guest is here. Our guest is here. Wait. Our guest is here. You will have to guess who the guest is. But we're waiting after the first break to bring on the guest. Okay? After the first break, we'll be bringing on that guest. I don't want to sound like a broken record, folks. But the fact is the country is on a good trajectory. The country is on a high. The country's economic performance is now at the best it has been in the last 33 years. Today I saw a clip of the Caribbeans. I was just so inundated that given the fact that I want to interview my guests here in your presence or with you, Albert, I figured I want to cut short the information that I will dispense with today. But I saw this, and St. Lucia is one of the Caribbean's top growing economies. Okay? And it has already disclosed, I saw it for 2024, we have 3.9% growth. 3.9% growth. So that will be 4 consecutive years of over 3% growth. That last happened in 1992. So that's a 33-year stagnation that has been broken by the Honorable Philip J. Pierre and his cabinet of ministers. They have already disclosed. Philip J. Pierre is yet to address us on the country's economic performance for the last fiscal year. We are yet to get the economic review, but we're already seeing that a Caribbean documentary is quoting us as being at 3.9%. And I rather suspect they are conservative. So it will be more than 3.9%, but I'll wait for the next 2 weeks to get the concise numbers. So we were under a spell, and that spell has been broken. The economy was going nowhere. In fact, under Shasta, it went backward. And after 33 years, 4 consecutive years of growth, 4 consecutive years of growth is something that we can brag about anywhere in the world. Anywhere. In fact, at one point we were number 7 in growth in the world. In the world. This little 238 square mile rock was tete-a-tete with all the European countries and all the others, and even Guyana with its upsurge of discovery of oil. We were number 7. So I don't even want to talk about our numerous accomplishments, youth economy, MSA, me laptop, jetty, police headquarters, St. Jude Kaifi. I'm not even going on all of those things, folks. But it would be remiss of me if I did not mention yet another historic milestone by this country. In the history of this country, it is the very, very, very first time that our unemployment numbers have gone down to below double digits. That is the first time in our history. Philip J. A month ago, you created history by pouring into the economy the most money any government has poured into the economy in any 1 month, $79 million. This month, we're experiencing the best unemployment numbers we have ever had in our history, and it has gone down to below double digits. We are now at 8.8. Show it to them for me, please. Show it to them for me, please. Fourth quarter, unemployment 8.8%. Leave that there. What do you think of that, Albert?
That's phenomenal, Richard. That is phenomenal. But where is it coming from?
It is coming from the policies of the government that have been rolled out to the benefit of our people who now find themselves in employment. Don't underestimate the impact of the youth economy on that. Don't underestimate the impact of the small to medium business program on that.
So you're saying then that all those millions which were going to select groups and individuals,
it now reaches the average St. Lucian citizen.
Okay.
And that is why I've said Philip JP has nobody printing money for him. His sources,
he's using what is available
wisely. He manages the resources of this country so that there is maximum impact on our people and the unemployment numbers.
Wisely and in the interest
of the people.
Yes.
When you take $50-something million and you give Ernst & Young to do our budget, when you take 24 million and you give Sandals, when you take 13 million and you build the bypass road,
what's
15
your favorite
million.
fella again?
Tio King.
No, not him. We got to get about the other fella. Lokobi.
Lokobi 32 million. Can you imagine? You had just done a youth economy and you pour all those monies into the youth economy. We would have
and then there's the tragedy of the diamond.
The diamond.
That's an absolute tragedy.
It is a tragedy because we had a $60 million asset.
No, before that, that tragedy begins before that $60 million. It begins from the time it was bought.
Yes.
That's where the tragedy began.
When I was against it, as I said.
Right, yes.
And
it continued.
It continued.
Yes.
But in my humble view, the quintessential aspect of that whole debacle,
it got steadily worse.
It got, but it epitomized at the sale for less than a quarter of the value, and on top of that, we did not receive a penny.
We don't have a penny.
And the man has a deed in his hand which he can use to leverage money against property he has not put out a penny for. You know, so we're not going back there, folks. The country is on the right trajectory. So we show them 8.8. Show them where we took it for me, please. We took unemployment at 19.6. 19.6. Okay? We are now at 8.8.
To my recollection, when it was at 19.6, to me they were crowing from the top of some mountain about having it at 19.6.
No, that's we brought it down. When we came, actually, it was a little higher than that.
Okay.
In the last
It was
quarter,
in the 20s, about
it
21.
was about 21.
About 21.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the government is doing very, very well. And it will go down further because only today SSDF hosted a job placement meeting. Show them that picture for me, please. They host, look at this, Albert. That is head is well, folks.
It's well attended.
Very well attended, and everybody there has a job. That is a job placement meeting. They all have jobs. That will bring down the 8.8% even further. It will bring it down.
Oh, you're trying to eliminate it.
Well, we have, oh my God, man, if we could go down to, if we could be like Singapore. Singapore almost enjoys 0% unemployment. You don't work in Singapore if you don't want to, you know. But there are jobs available. You know, all these people in that room will be employed. So the government keeps on rolling out policies that tackle the unemployment problem, which was spiraling out of control. And this country is moving forward with this government. It is moving forward undoubtedly so. We don't do the statistics. We don't do the statistics. The statistics are done by the statistical department and other players in the international arena. Not necessarily. Sometimes locals don't even have the input into what's going on. You know?
And quite obviously the youth economy contributes.
Of course, the youth economy, the MSME.
Yes.
You know, those are monies, Albert, that belong to the people of this country. And rather than the last administration spending the monies on the people of this country, it was being spent on a select few. So the full impact of that expenditure was never felt and showed in our numbers.
Yeah.
But now you are seeing economic growth. You are seeing economic growth steadily. You are also seeing unemployment decreasing steadily.
But Richard, what would Lockerbie do with his millions? Would he invest his
No,
millions there?
invest in outvest. You know, and that is why, Albert, on Saturday, the Labour Party gave a good account of itself. People are generally satisfied with what's happening. Over to you, Albert.
Right, so. Yes, Richard. Indeed, the Labour Party gave a very good account of itself, the various speakers and so on. But you will forgive me if I was most impressed by one speaker, and that is Wayne Girard. He is the speaker who really impressed me. And it is for the simple reason that Wayne has been something of a sleeping giant, right? Wayne, and people have spoken about it. Now, Richard, I must tell you, I've known Wayne for a long time. I met Wayne in England when we went to the same college in England. And Wayne and I basically just took to each other. We used to meet each other in the canteen at lunchtime. And every time we met, we would sit together and have a chat. You know, so I've known Wayne. He's a very intelligent young man. Very intelligent, you know. So Wayne being the representative for ancillary canneries, I know Wayne is working. I know. But people have been talking about, oh, Wayne is quiet, Wayne is this. And on Sunday, we saw Wayne coming out. We saw the sleeping giant waking up. But further to that, Richard, further to that, in the parliament, the sleeping giant was on fire. I don't know what
let's listen to him in Parliament.
Indeed.
Let's listen to him in Parliament.
The people in ancillary canneries are not stupid. And on Sunday, they demonstrated that they're not stupid, and they will continue to demonstrate that. So when he says how much time I spend in England, I don't spend any more time in England than he spends in either Washington, at his home in Washington, or in Canada. I don't. I am in St. Lucia. I'm at work, delivering for the people of my constituency and the people of this country. I don't have time to play games with the Member of Parliament. This, Mr. Speaker, is a very important bit of legislation, Mr. Speaker. And I'm very proud that the Prime Minister, having given his instructions to move ahead with it, I was able to work with the cabinet, with the Aegis chambers. This was not done by a minister sitting on and writing what should be there. We took advice as to what should be in there. There wasn't a minister plotting. And he makes this point about this individual I used to work for. He knows very well that the reason why we ended up in this situation was because he said to the gentleman, I have no pedigree. He should get rid of me or he will block the project. And that's exactly what he did. That's what he did. And there are two lawyers from the overseas and one in St. Lucia who was present at the time. He said, this gentleman does not have pedigree. Either you get rid of him or I'm going to block this project. He said it. He said it. It was at Coco Palm, Mr. Speaker. He said it. Senior Minister, the former Prime Minister, and the member for St. Lucas would have remembered in cabinet when he said, I have no pedigree, so I don't deserve to be involved in what I was involved in at the time. We did nothing wrong, Mr. Speaker. I know that, my brother. I don't need the member for Miko South to tell me about my pedigree. I know who I am. I know what I am. But what is disappointing that he would say that about a St. Lucian? That's the point. I have only one passport, Mr. Speaker. I have nowhere else I could run to. One passport. But he said it, Mr. Speaker, and we have it on record that he said it. He asked me to run as a candidate for him before he chose the Lilliputian. He asked me to run for him as Lilliputian. He asked me to run as a candidate. And I said to him, I cannot do that because I'm a member of the St. Lucia Labour Party. We went there and we lost the election. I am still and remain forever a member of the St. Lucia Labour Party. That is not the United Workers' Party I grew up hearing about. What sort of nastiness are we introducing to our politics? We had some young students there earlier, and to hear what he's saying to them. So we should only aspire to the list of what you see. He's not saying to them, this is the aspiration, let's aim for higher. He's insisting that every single thing we do is at the bottom. You cannot say that to young people. That's Mr. Speaker, this is just unacceptable behavior. And as the member for Castries South say, we need to find a way to have some sanctions in place, Mr. Speaker. You cannot repeat after lie after lie after lie in Parliament when the facts are before you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Albert.
Yeah, Richard, what exactly does Shastny mean? I saw a clip where he was saying he's denying what Wayne said, that he didn't say that and whatever.
Of course he did. I was there.
No, but listen, when Shastny, because Richard, Shastny just lies, and Wayne Girard saying something, Alan Shastny saying something opposite.
You'll believe Wayne.
Of course, you believe Wayne, because you know what Wayne is saying is the truth, and you know that Alan Shastny is lying.
That's all he does.
That's what he does, and he does it very easily, right? But what does he mean by Wayne has no pedigree?
Because Wayne is not of his class.
What's his class?
I don't know. Let's listen to what he said.
Yeah, and then we'll...
Let's listen to what he said.
I'm also going to say this to solutions. And you will go around for yourself. And you will see that the persons that were most venomous against me are the persons who are coming from my own class. And I'm going to say this. The Prime Minister's office comes with friends. They don't stay with you. But the good thing is I knew that going into it. I know that going out. My wife and I remained with the friends that we had.
Okay.
Because they are friends.
Yes.
Persons that you meet in office are associates.
For the moment.
Hear me before you piggyback on this. Shastny said that people of his own class were venomous. Now, hear this well. People of your class are people you socialize with. People you are in their circles, you go to their homes, if those people who know you very well don't support you, why you want people that don't know you to support you? I don't understand. Before that, you call us backing dogs, you call us beggars, you call us jackasses,
Mendicants.
all kind of thing. Reminded us of our colonial past.
Yes.
You know,
Said that the parliamentarian should be flogged. Now, flogging, Richard, comes directly from the plantation.
From slavery. Yes, indeed. And of recent time, what did he call us again?
Pigs.
And dogs. Play that clip for me, please.
And he said the comrades are?
Yeah, the comrades. Yes.
The comrades, the pigs and the dogs. The comrades, the pigs and the dogs. And it's the book who calls them pigs. And it's the book that calls them dogs. The dogs who protect them. Go around barking all the time. So the same persons who are leading this revolution to change St. Lucia and to put people first in this country and to develop the country to the benefit of all of a sudden we're finding out that there is a double standard in St. Lucia. The comrades. And it's the book who calls them pigs. And it's the book that calls them dogs. The dogs who protect them. Go around barking all the time.
Albert, your take.
Richard, look at his eyes, that last clip. Look at his eyes and look at how his lips curl. Right? When he's virtually spitting out his disdain and contempt for us. Right? But I want to go back to what he said in the previous clip, not the first one, the one
the class.
Yes. When he says, Richard, because remember, this is after the election loss. So he's angry. With an election loss, Richard, you have your emotions, and basically your emotions come out. This man was speaking from his heart right there. When he said that coming into politics, you have your own friends, basically, you have your own grouping and so on. But the people you meet in politics are acquaintances, associates, not your friends. Can you imagine he's saying that? And Guy Joseph is sitting there.
Right there.
Right? Champagne is right there. This man is saying to you, you are not my friend. You are not my friend.
You are not in my class.
You're not in my class. Okay?
You sit there.
I came into this to use you for my purposes.
Exactly.
You are a means to an end, a vehicle. That's what you are. I have my friends out there, not in here within the political sphere. My friends are out there, my class, and you're not that. So I would sit there and accept that for somebody to tell me, you're not my friend, right? Somebody that I'm supporting, and don't forget, I've already submitted totally to you, right? Because that's what you asked for, and I've done it.
Yes.
Because anybody who's around Alan Chastney now has submitted totally to him, because that's what he demanded.
Indeed.
Okay? And now he's saying to them, you're not my friend.
And that is why he didn't shake Prudence hand, but I'll deal with that next week, because he never wanted Prudence as chairman. And I heard a member of the party saying he didn't want Prudence as chairman. That is why when Prudence was announcing the new entrance insofar as the candidates are concerned, Prudence was very emphatic by the power of the delegates vested in me.
Richard, I know you're a fellow, you never played Brags, right?
Yeah, I played Brags already.
That never.
You want to back race me?
Prudence, the man is holding no cards right now.
That's all.
You remember what Trump told
Zelensky?
Yeah, you will have no cards. Has no cards.
No, but the Prudent was, and he was emphatic by the power vested in me by the delegates. So he want to tell Chastney, it's not you gave me the authority as chairman. That is why Chastney wanted Mangala as chairman. He refused to shake, but we'll deal with that on another show.
Yes, indeed.
And folks, it's coming up to break time. But I just want to say this. I mean, I will not have time. We won't play the street vibes. HTS, DBS, and Choice. They all, in fact, 76% of respondents said that UWP had no slate.
No, but what I don't know if you noticed it, Richard. There's a respondent to the Street Vibes, who said something very, very interesting.
Their own candidates, their own senators. So no, we'll have to leave that for next week.
Yes.
Our guest is getting impatient and we'll be going. But all I could tell you is, folks, we are much more prepared for tonight. In fact, Shine, Shaste friend, not only did he lose the elections in Belize, he lost his seat. Shine Barrow lost his seat. So you all will know where I'm starting off next week. Next week we're starting off with the polls. We're starting off with Shine Barrow saying he'll resign because, you can't be the leader of the party and want to come in through the Senate. But it just shows that Shastney has he exudes the aura of someone who wants to be authoritative, someone who wants to be a dictator. And Shastney started it. Don't forget, COVID is a calamity that hit the world, but only in St. Lucia did a leader who was constitutionally appointed for a specific amount of time sought to elongate that period of time and go against once more the constitution of this country. So it tells you the dictatorial kind of style that this man is on. But you know what? We will leave all of that for next week. That is where we'll start next week with Street Vibes, Shine, and the others. Because I suspect right now we will go to a break. When we come back, our guest.
You're watching MBC.
The winning numbers for the evening draw of Thursday, 13th March 2025 were tic-tac-toe, 2, 4, 9, 11, 17, 18, 19. Big 4, 1, 9, 7, 7. Big 4 multi-X FP. Pick 2, 9, 4. Pick 2 multi-X 2X. 1 off, 9, 9, 4. Lucky 3, 0, 0, 1. Lucky 3 multi-X 3X.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knightsmed Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The CDC opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Relay Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop, opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Nice. The best a man can get.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
My name is Martina. I would like to say thank you to the guys from Paddy Access, especially Jermaine, for a job well done. I called him 2 days before my brother's funeral to do a live video, and I was not disappointed. He was professional and kept in touch with me throughout the live, just making sure I was satisfied with everything. I would definitely use Paddy Access again, and I highly recommend that anyone looking to do a live video to hire them. Everyone who watched my brother's funeral had good things to say about how much of a good job the videographer did. If you want satisfaction for your money, Paddy Access is the way to go.
Looking for a certified specialist in motor vehicle inspections and evaluations? Check us at K&M Garage, located in Masad, Gurusele. We also specialize in motor vehicle damage assessment reports, bodywork, part replacement, and ordering of motor vehicle parts for all vehicles. For more information, call 452-6596, 716-1333, or 716-0767.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Welcome back. Let me say good night to Skinny. Well, it's not only Skinny's chicken, but tonight is Skinny's fish. And the fish was good indeed. Folks, forgive me if I can't, as I told Albert earlier, do all the shout outs. I really can't tonight because, like I said, we are inundated. But let me just say good night to Cyril. Cyril, good night to you. Good night to your daughter Solange. Good night to Fidonia. Good night to Kenya. Good night to Kima, Michaela, and all the others. Fabian in England, Delma, and Team No Sleep. A special, special good night. We'll come back to the shout outs a little later. I know Albert still has a few. But I want to say something before I play you 3 clips for you to determine who my guest is. My guest is not a politician. So some of you are suggesting that it is Philip J. Pierre or Wayne or this one or that one. No, not a politician. You see, the sad reality is sometimes people forget. They forget their past. They forget their history. They forget what they've been involved in. And so they throw stones at your character. They throw stones at what they perceive as government's inability to deal with specific situations. And they posture themselves on an altar of not only normalcy but perfection. And in that regard, you know, you sometimes have to remind persons of what this country has seen from certain people. You have to remind them of what others have gone through. So when I hear a bunch of misfits, some of whom, most of whom are transgressors of the law, them and their immediate families, they have the audacity, the guts, the gall to point fingers at others and call them criminals. A criminal is not only the perpetrator of crime, he's also the aider and the abettor and can face a similar sentence. So in that regard, I felt it was necessary for us to hear from someone who you will be interested in hearing from. And after a certain time, I will open the lines so you can question him to determine the veracity or the authenticity of his discourse. But before doing that, I want to play you 3 clips. And at that time, I believe you would have fully understood who my guest is. Could you play the first clip, please?
Spider know I kidnapped, and he know who kidnapped me, and he know everything that happened.
Accusations were being made which implicated a minister of government.
When the driver, the front end, the one living on the farm, get the call, he said to Ricky, Spider. Then Spider asked him for me.
If you know any allegations that has been made about me related to any matter like this, please guide me.
We spoke Saturday and the fellas come Sunday afternoon. Obviously you send them and take logo. That's what I said. You send them and take logo. Because you spoke to me so nice, you never tell me my friend house get broken and trapped. That's what killed me. And the fellas just come and go with me. And the fellas still come and take me, and they never tell me the lady house broken and trapped. They just ask me where the thing I take at Shola. If I sell all already. I ask them what? You understand? They never tell me the system was broken and down, and they never tell me the system knocked down and either. It's Monday when I come from in the polyclinic. I call my niece and I say, what happened? Then girls kidnapped me and beat me. This is broken and down, shows house. She told me about shows not down here. And then, through the police station, I heard one police said, oh, this is the matter.
They say that I victimize poor people.
Okay. And, you know, I remember reading excerpts from a file one time. You remember that, black boy? Play the first 2 minutes of that clip for me, please.
Case file. I'm holding back the fellas' names, and I'm holding back the name of the person and the relationship to Spider. I'm holding that back. What caused all of that? But in a nutshell, what caused that was a man was alleged to break into a house and steal some items. So he was kidnapped, beaten, taken to a farm. Okay? Good. So, kidnapping, contrary to section 121 of the Criminal Code of St. Lucia, date and time of occurrence, 14th July 2019. Spider was a minister then. I will just read the charge without calling the names. 2 men were charged. 2. You were arrested and charged for that you on Sunday the 14th of July 2019 no, it has the name. Oh no, just now. We'll show it in a bit. You arrested and charged for that you on Sunday the 14th of July 2019 at Deramo in the town of Grosile, First Judicial District of the state, did commit kidnapping upon Christoph Benjamin. And folks, let me just read a few excerpts in the file. And I didn't make this up. I have had it. I kept it like I will keep other things, because I always wait for them. Okay?
Now, you know, Spider said we have a crime problem. And I agree with you, Spider. And he said that we take it for granted because people forget quickly. I want to remind Spider of what he said. Could you play that clip for me, please?
We have more breaking news.
Breaking news. UWP PRO Ledon Montoot finally speaks about his involvement in the kidnapping and deadly assault of his main job as handyman.
What has happened is that St. Lucians have become so used to it, it has become so normal as part of our existence that we don't talk about it anymore. We don't make a fuss about it anymore.
The story of an alleged kidnapping and subsequent cover-up and bribery in the island's north has garnered immense public attention.
I know Spider for a long time.
Grosile MP Spider Montoot, who does own a farm.
Montoot replied to alleged claims that a man was kidnapped, taken to an isolated farm and beaten.
What are you referring to? It would be a police matter.
You know, when the fellas reach on the farm with me, he called.
Well-placed sources can also confirm the involvement of 6, a third individual who remains at large.
No minister should never involve in kidnapping, thing like that.
The Public Relations Officer of the United Workers' Party, Leonard Spider Montoot, says St. Lucians have become numb to the high level of violent crime in the communities.
I want to in particular call on our government, who have the responsibility to see about our security and our safety.
One of the ministers we questioned was at the First District Court office on Monday afternoon. In fact, we also learned that this minister was involved in the bail process for at least one of the accused, either through payment of that bail money or providing surety.
Because I have a problem with my eye, and then people doesn't check on me. And it's every day just going to court.
Minister's involvement in this case.
Another matter arising from this report is an allegation that a minister of government was implicated in this matter.
The former Minister of Government says that the society is being set back by the high incidence of serious crime.
Our freedom has been compromised.
I just said to myself, I know who is that man, Ricky. I heard what he do already, and I say, from the time they leave the Bexon Road to go to Vanna and go in that hole with me, and from the time I reach in that hole, I finish there. Because no houses, nobody else could help. I scream, nobody go nothing. From the time I reach in the room, I said, one thing I say, Father, from the time they swing, I say, Father, please help me, make me get out of that, please. And the Lord hear my prayer. He buried a man alive and put a pin on the grave. Then I heard like he cut a man to arms. Ricky had a shotgun by his waist, and then he tell me, I'll blow off your head.
Montut says the government's nonchalant stance on crime is troubling.
That's where they boom me. I have problem with blue fire now.
Up to now, I don't understand how Spider involved in that.
That's Spider Jabba. Spider Jabba.
I wanna mix up. Seems so hot, me have you run. Side chick see me with me ex, same time my woman out with another man. Oh Lord.
Okay, as a citizenry, our safety is being undermined.
So hot.
Police officer tell me, like, fellas looking for the minister go want that to go too far. If the fellas give me an offer, take it.
Yes, folks. Folks, I brought you this because criminals, they yell at us. This administration, it's nearing 4 years. Nearing 4 years. We have had 0 allegations of criminality. We have had 0 allegations of anyone being involved in any kind of criminal act. But yet, Spider was a minister. When he signed bail for 2 persons who kidnapped an individual by the name of Christopher Lopo Benjamin, and took him to his farm. Folks, I bring you no other than Christopher Lopo Benjamin. Good night, Lopo.
Night, Mr. Frederick.
Albert, you are...
Yes, good night, yes. Lopo from the Romo.
Okay, leave the camera on all three, the cameras on all 3 of us. Lopo, I want to ask you this very quickly, before you give the detail. Who is Shula? Because all of this happened, they are saying that Shula's house was broken into and that you were responsible. Who is that Shula and what is she to Spider?
For me, I still say the Jabal.
He's Jabal. So Shula is Spider's Jabal, and they accuse you of breaking into Shula's house. What relationship did you have with Shula for them to accuse you of breaking into Shula's house?
Well, she was my very, very, very good friend. Like, she was there like a mother to me. Like, every day she wake up, she will call me. First person will call me and say, "Guards, how are you this morning? You going to work? Before you go to work, pass and check me." I used to pick coconut, golden apple, sour oranges, lime, everything, bring to her before I go to work. Sometimes when I reach at her home, she tell me, "Guards, you going to go to work today?" I say, "Boss lady, I'll just stay there with you. We'll go by the beach, relaxing, do everything." Do everything to her.
Wait. So Lopo, I now understand. You were saying she's Spider's Jabal, but you were going by the beach with her and do everything. I'm not saying you all engage in extracurricular activities, but don't you think that there was a certain degree of suspicion coming your way by Spider?
I might say, like, he know, like, he was very good friend, and also his good friend also too.
His good friend as well.
Yeah.
So you know where she lived?
Yes.
Yes. And Spider used to frequent the house?
Yes.
Yes. So she lives there, Spider frequents there, that's Spider's Jabal. Tell me exactly what happened and what led you to being brought onto the farm, what happened there, and until you were brought back to your house. Give the whole viewing audience the entire story.
Like the Sunday afternoon, I stay by the road, just finish watch my World Cup cricket with a friend who come and check me. He come at my home, I tell him that I did doing some salad for lunch, but let's go by the road and watch our cricket. I leave the salad, then cricket hot, I go down by the road with him, man. We go back home. He say, you don't have no rum there? I say, that's my birthday is so close. My 50th birthday. You tell me I do have rum there? So I just tell him, I have Barbados there. He behind me, what is Barbados? But he tell me, oh, it's Monday. I tell him, yes. So he take a shot, I take a shot. I leave mine on the stove. I run down by the road again, cricket hot. While I there, I see one van pull up. I say, it's my friend. So I call my madam, I say, the guys, them come and take off our home. But I saw the fellas go down the vehicle. One man run in the shop buy 3 Guinness. Like, it's a movie thing I see. I there with my old pieces of painting pants on me. Then one man come outside and say, so let's go and do that down the road first. We coming back now. My sister was there at the time. She tell me, but Gasson, you're a baby, Gasson. Where you going? I say, well, this is my friend Gasson. I say, probably the van fall in a hole and thing. So I go in.
You went with them, hold on.
Yes.
Who were those two fellas?
It was Ricky Daria, Jonas James, and Franklin Rambali, the driver.
What are the two spiders, Jaban?
For me, they working on the farm. For me, they are not nothing to her.
Okay. So go ahead. So they're working on the farm for spider. For spider. Okay, go ahead.
Then Ricky tell me, let's go, Gasson. He give me a little push to go inside of the vehicle. Then
a little push?
Like push me like, hurry up.
Yeah.
So then I say, all right, let's go. It will take them 2 minutes to leave by where they pick me up. And they ask me, where the stuff you take by Shola? You sell all already? I say, stuff? I say, Gasson, I don't know nothing. I say, I just put credit on my phone to just call her because she had promised to keep a party for me by that same house for my 50th birthday. They drive, they go Pigeon Point with me. From Pigeon Point, they drive me up by the house, so I tell them, show me where the house we can enter. One man try and break my little finger. What he self give me a punch in my eye. The other one give me a punch in the next eye. And the man still keep on trying and break my finger. I say, Gasson, what I did to you, all me say. What I did to you, all me say, somebody that's such a good friend to me like that, me say, you all think I'll break and enter the lady house, me say, a man like me say, why, me say, the man still hold my finger and try and break it and take a cigarette and rest it on my shoulder. I say, why to the man, me say, I said, why you all have to do me all them kind of thing? They drive me up by my home because I myself was so scared. I tried to make police arrest them. I have my cousin that's a police officer. So I say, I know some fellas that live around there. They are thief. So I say, they have an old abandoned house down in the bottom. Let's go there and see if the fellas do. We can enter that house, you all see, and then hide in there. But it was so close to my house. I try and make police arrest them. But one guy go down, he go by my auntie, ask for my police officer cousin, but my cousin had went down the road and pick up his mother. But the driver said, don't let him move, just hold him there. When he come back, he decide, well, you don't want to talk, let's take him on the farm and we go make pig eat him. I don't have no shoes in my foot. Fellas drive The only thing come in my mind, I say when they reach by the police station Babono, if I see they open, I'll jump on the driver, try and make him right off. When I reach there, I see the police station close, they pass back door, all I'm there for. When I see them reach Bexon Highway and they swing to go to not Millet, how you call in there, like the road going to Vanna. I see them going down with me. I say, oh, God, make me escape from them, man. Please, make me escape from them, man, because I know where they're going with me there. No electricity, no other houses. They can do me all what they want. Nobody not hear me. Lord, answer my prayer. Lord, answer my prayer. When I was close to the house, they said, a phone call come. Mr. Rambali said, Minister call. Ricky said, a policeman called. That policeman was my cousin. And he said to Ricky, I know all what you all about. Roadblock for you all. And I say to myself, roadblock? In that hole is there already. Where they say pig go eat my body tonight there. Roadblock? It happened like when I reached there, 3 other guys was there. They said, that's the guy that take the thing. Mr. Rambali say, he's good, he's good. They offer me food, they offer me drink. They took my phone, but when they get them 2 calls, they decide, well, leave that alone. When they offer me food, they give me my phone, I put it on, my niece call me, I say to my niece, this kidnap me, and them man give me so much licks already. If you see my 2 eye, driver said, oh, that you say, now you go get licks. But they could not touch me again because police involved. Police involved. And thanks for the madam I have. She make all the transaction, make calls, and until like they decide to drop me home. On my way back home, Mr. stopped by a friend. The friend asked me, "Guys, what happened to your face? I don't know this guy."
When you say on your way back home?
To drop me back home.
Okay.
So, like come from on the farm, they go in and drop me back home. He go by a friend and he said to the friend, like, I ain't a problem tonight there because police roadblock for me. Let's go with me. So the man said, I said, what happened to your face? I said, there ain't nothing. See, there ain't nothing on your face swell up like that, Gasa? I said, there ain't nothing, man. Because I decide I don't know the other guy and I want to reach home safely. When I reach home, I still offer him a bear.
You offer who a bear?
The driver. I offer him a bear. He tell me he good. And he go. Next morning, when I wake up, I watch my mirror. I say, that's what happened to my face. Then my mother, I have a nice lady friend, or every morning she passes calling my mother. My mother say to the lady, check what they do Lupo last night. So when I turn and the lady see my face now, the lady burst a cry. The lady say, what Lopo does do to people, for people to do Lopo that? Huh? So my mother say, his friend are doing that. And then I call my cousin to take me down to the police station. When I reach police station, I make my report. The police officer telling me, like, one police officer said, oh, that is the same matter. Minister, make the report about breaking and enter. He say yes. So next police officer said to me, oh, the minister will not want his name to come out in that. If the fella's giving you a little money, take it fast. So my cousin was looking at the government. He said to them, to that man, no, that's the state of the man's face. They kidnap the man and beat the man. That's what you're saying? Huh? Then he tell me, all right, go to the polyclinic, and after, come back and check him. He go and take the doctor paper. Call the man. He tell me, oh, Gassan, you want to do the police job for him or what? I say, Gassan, I make my report, Gassan, after my face mash up so bad. That what you saying? I say, okay. Another day I call him again. He tell me, my man, I tell you, take your time. Then I do have no choice. I take my time. I do call him again. On the 9th of August, Mr. Former Minister and the lady come, they came and talk to me. But you know, since family affair, they seen a whole July finish. Nobody do come and check me. They come and they like drinking rum, like giving people rum to drink, and like they're saying nothing good to me. So my mother start to quarrel, my sister start to quarrel. Boom, they move. Former minister said to Lopo, I'll talk to the fellas tomorrow. It was a first day they came, and the Friday he tell me he go call the fellas, he'll talk to them, and he go come back and check on me. He never come. I call him about 3 days after that, never answer the phone. So I didn't have no choice. He called me, same choice. I went there. They asked me what happened. I told them. Then he called the police officer. Police officer decided, like, he called me, unknown number. So when I wake up, he said, that is this officer. I say, hey, what happened? He said, tomorrow, what time you working? I say, 7 o'clock. He tell me, oh, 6 o'clock, I'll come and pick you up for you to go and arrest the fellas with me. I not know police officer. So how I can go and arrest criminal, and then you tag with the criminal, like, you can kill me and say, I try and take your gun by your waist, and things can happen to me. So while I go and tie my animal, I see him coming up. When he stopped by my home, he went up by my home, like, he calling me, but I there watching at him by my mother. Then madam come outside, he asked madam for me. So madam say, I went to work. He keep on calling. I never answer him. When he leave by my home, he call, I say, all right, you live by my home. He say, where are you? I say, I'm Marisil. Where in Marisil is? I say, opposite glass. Wait for me, I'll come and pick you up. I say, no, I have to go and collect a key from my boss to go and open the place where they have workers. He called about 6 times after that. I never answer. Then I say, he's supposed to know the place. He drove. When he reached halfway, he tell me he don't see no house. I say, drive. You must reach. They have a dead end. When you reach by the dead end, you must see only one house there. When he reached there, he called me. I answer. He tell me, I see a Rasta fella there. That Rasta fella in it? I say, yes, that is the Rasta man. And after that, they call me. They tell me I have to come down Gruzilet about 12 o'clock. Reach Gruzilet 12 o'clock. They ain't seen the officer. So a man tell me, all right, wait. He go and look for him. I think the man locked himself in a room, and then some people come. They tell me if it's me that is Christophe Benjamin. I say yes. They tell me come. They ask me, that man was involved in what happened to you? I say yes. And then Friday, they come and pick me up home. They drive me to Vieux Fort.
And that's where the guys were?
The Rasta guy was in Vieux Fort. Like behind a glass like that. They show me like about 9 fellas. They ask me which one of them. I say it's that one. They tell me I can up and down. The officer tell me I can up and down. Make sure. I say it's this one. It's this one. And then they give me $20. They tell me papers. They give me food. They tell me papers. So they go down with the guy.
Okay. Albert, I don't know if you want to ask Lopo anything very quickly.
Yeah, the first thing.
You know, folks, I brought Lopo here just for us to hear from him. I just wanted us to hear from him. Whilst people say it may have been in the news, it may have been this, it may have been that. I have the entire recording, but I felt it necessary to bring him so that we could hear from the horse's mouth. I will not open the lines for you to ask him questions. We will have our question session after he's gone. We will continue, but we will have our question session after he's gone. But I just felt it was necessary to have heard from the horse's mouth. Albert?
Yes, I think over the period of time from when this incident occurred to now, what the item or items were that they accused you, Lopo, of taking from the house. I don't think we've ever honed in on
the recovery.
No, what exactly it was. What did they accuse you of taking from?
They say gold and perfume. And I, as a man, I don't like gold, and I have perfume in abundance.
So it's gold and perfume they accuse you of taking?
That's what I hear. That's what I hear from people's mouth.
No, not from people. Because these guys had you and they said to you...
It's gold and perfume.
Okay.
Gold and perfume.
So gold and perfume.
And I want to ask you one more question. In all of what went on, you were on the pig farm, you said Spider called and all of this. Do you know whether the police had ever questioned Spider about the incident?
Well, I do.
No, if you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
All
know.
right. Okay. All right. Albert, I don't want to keep him too long. I just felt I wanted to touch base with Lupo for Lupo to tell us on TV. Is there anything else you want to say, Lupo?
Well, for me, nothing else.
Nothing else.
But just one more thing, Lupo. So during the time when these chaps had you, they taking you, driving you and so on, and then you find yourself in an area where there's no houses around and so on. How did you really feel? What were you thinking?
That is the time I say, I'll never see none of my family again. From the time I hear, pig will eat me, I say my family will never see a piece of bone in me. But my lady keep on saying, Lupo will come back. Because I make my call, I make my call, I make my call. But she make call, she not getting me. She not getting me.
But what, so you saying that one of them said to you that they will feed you to the pigs?
Yes. Yes.
And those pigs were where?
On the farm.
Whose farm is it?
Former minister farm. Yeah, the former minister
Spider's farm.
Yeah.
Spider's farm. Okay. All right. Albert, anything else you want to ask, Lobo?
Nah, that's fine. Now I think we've.
You know, folks. Sometimes when you hear aspersions, you hear attempts at character assassination, you hear allegations of criminality, and right within the circles of those men are obvious transpirations of the most heinous crimes you can think of, yet they point fingers on others without even an iota of evidence. So it was against this background that I felt it necessary that I would bring Lupo in here for us to hear his version of events and for us to hear from him what truly transpired. We can dismiss Lupo now. I'll ask him to leave now. You can leave Lupo. We will continue. You can just go ahead with this. They will unplug you. Okay, yes. Thank you very much, Lupo. Yes, we will continue. But it was just for persons to hear from the horse's mouth, because reported information can never be as accurate as one of the persons who were involved in the incident, who were one of the actors in the movie, who essentially is one of the characters about whom the script is written. Your take on that, Albert?
Yeah, well, I was always intrigued by the fact that the minister, right, given what was already said about the incident, right, it was that incident had been publicized quite widely already, that the minister went to bail.
Yes.
Went to bail the individuals. I found that very, very intriguing.
Yes, $15,000 bail.
Yes.
And he signed it. I have the bail forms.
Yes.
I have the bail forms where he signed the bail for persons arrested for kidnapping.
So for me, it takes a certain level of compunction.
Well, I don't even compunction. I would say you have to be complicit. That's my view.
Well, I'm trying to use nice words.
No, that's my view. And I mean, we all know, Albert, once you in the political arena, you under microscopic surveillance.
The glare of, yeah.
You know, and for you, in your capacity of Minister of Cabinet, you are a Minister of Cabinet, you are going to bail someone who was taken to your pig farm, kidnapped, taken to your pig farm, was threatened to be killed there, was told that pigs would eat him. And then when the individuals are arrested, you come as a good picture, sign bill for them, as if to say, and I'm being hypothetical here, make sure that is the kind of insinuation that the whole logistics or the chronology of events rather would lead one to believe reasonably so.
Yeah. It leaves a lot of room for speculation because your name had already been mentioned. Right? Lupo had already said that you called when he thought all hope was lost. You called. And it is then that the chaps desisted from the intended plan of feeding him to the pigs.
Yes.
So it is obvious that if that is true, and I have no reason not to believe Lupo, but if that is true, that your intervention could have caused those chaps, it means that you've got some authority here.
Exactly. Your intervention is highly likely prevented further injury from being caused, if not death, to this individual.
Your intervention prevented the pigs from having the dinner.
You know what we'll do, Black Boy? We'll go back to the other videos, the shine and the this and the that and the other.
Not shining anymore.
Shine is not shining anymore. You know, so folks, I felt I wanted to deal with that. I felt, yes, Bob Mangal, tonight we tell it like it is. That is what we do. Mazun say I wanted a pizza with garlic sauce. You know, that is what it is. And, you know, there's an old saying, and I'm sure you've heard it. Kwe from la
yes.
You know, so, and then now, as PRO, have the audacity, oh my God, hey, y'all will not believe this,
We are here now. We of Central Castres people want to wish our president a 90 what?
Happy 90th
anniversary. To all his community in Central Castres, we all love you very much. And the people that watch it love you very much. And we just want to thank God for having a man, a president, like Honorable Richard Frederick.
I'll let you all speak in turn, that's fine. But folks, I want to say this. I had absolutely no idea that those Richard Frederick hacks would find themselves here.
They would have invaded.
The people put my program off track right away. And y'all could speak to the world because we have over 2,000 people on the live now. So go ahead.
One by one. One by one, give it.
Yeah, you don't know one brother.
Okay, well, I will start off myself. The tiniest of the bit, but was there at the start. And the one thing I can attest today is after 19 years, Makale PS Coty. I've seen a transformation in the upliftment of the architecture of the city, the aesthetics of the city. We're yet to open Serenity Park, which is now an amphitheater.
Yeah.
We have sporting facilities within our community to bridge the gap of social disillusion among our young people, and we're striving day by day. We saw the flooding of certain areas, and Honorable Richard Frederick has worked along with central government to ensure that we have better roads, better drainage. Everything can be done in 5 years, but I can assure you for the past 19 years, we are courageous. We have seen the work of a man who is selfless. He puts us first. I will always say this phrase. He can choose to be in the comfort of his family with all his wealth, yet he chooses to be fighting for us. Let us
Happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary
Mickey, I want. No, you could stay there. Mickey, I didn't hear from you.
That will take me a whole night. But
No, you
what
don't.
I can say,
But you can shorten it.
no, that's
It doesn't matter.
What I can say is that
Hey, look, Angel, hold on. Angel calling. Angel Kakwe. So you don't come, you calling my phone. What you calling my phone for? Angel, I had no idea the people were doing what they do there. The people just invade the studio. Yeah, they just come and surprise me.
I know.
So what's up?
Well, we have 19 years and we have another 19 to go again.
I want to correct you, Miss Angel. Miss Angel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks,
Not
Angel.
another 19 years. When God say no, is no. For the time there, the president running the show in Central Castries.
All right, Angel.
Good night.
Okay, well, since they're already, I might well announce tomorrow afternoon after the opening of the thing, Team RF will have a drink wherever we get it. We'll just celebrate. All right, nice. All right. Yeah, Kevin Rodney, Nikki, let me hear from you.
okay, so all I can say, 4 years ago I made a decision to come and be in your camp. And definitely it's one of the best decisions that I've ever made. Because you have shown that you are a worker and you have made me better, but also in serving the people. You have advised me, you have guided me in being a better person, and based on that, you can see within Castries Central how much people love you.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Despite what people say, and one thing, and the lesson for everybody, never believe in people.
Yes.
Never believe in people what they say. But sometimes people can detract you, right? But all I can say, all what they have said, it is not true for myself, because I was told, don't come by you, don't be in your camp. And definitely, I have seen it. I have seen all what you have done. And you are truly an amazing individual. And you care about the people. One thing I have learned in my work is that always make the call in front of people. When someone asks you to do something, call in front of. That is the biggest lesson I've learned from you. And I admire you, and I know for sure.
Yes.
Team RF, let me tell you, We
not going nowhere.
Everything will coming all out. Right? And once you are the leader, we know we are in good hands. That's why I keep motivating people. And there's always something I learned too. Once you are there for 4 people, they will try their best to put you down.
Yes.
But the blessings that you get is from the Almighty.
Oh, yes.
Continue it. And I know for sure your team is 1,000,000% behind you.
Oh, yes.
Boggles is there.
I would say in my timeline of living, and I'm not politically motivated, but that's our greatest representative in Castries Central who have represented us. And he don't care about himself.
Amen.
He care about us. And I have seen that. He have showed us that. I will represent him because he have been representing us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Never, honestly speaking, I will speak on his behalf and endorse those words.
Yes, Gail.
Okay. Well, honestly, I did it on my own. I got a lot of strength. I told him I would switch. You didn't believe me. The last election I voted for Labour was in 2006. And I swear to God, my kids, I'm back and I'm there and I ain't going nowhere.
Thank you. Kim, yes, King Jaffe Joffers.
The son of the Prince of Zamunda.
Yes.
Amen. Good night to everybody, each and everyone.
Yes.
Who there with us and who not with us, but we still accept you even if you're not with us.
Oh, yes.
So the product now is, Daddy, so much to mention. I gave one start, so let's to finish.
Yes.
But I accept you.
Yes.
I want to say good night to your sister.
Yes.
Special.
Yes.
Give thanks for love always. Give thanks for love always. Honorable, the greatest Prime Minister, PJP, Peace, Justice and Power. Peace, Justice and Power. The greatest Prime Minister. And least but not last, but you know we're moving forward. Win. I'll take a line from your contradiction. PST boy, Pakati Richard is.
I am hiding here from you. Where I am? I am you hiding. Why? Yeah, man. Hail the fellas under the CDC. Hail up your mother. Actually, y'all know who his mother is, you know. Y'all don't know his mother? Lady Linson.
Big up, mommy. Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes, boss. I must say, yeah, keep up the great work.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah. Everything without you, I haven't found or seen a rep so far in a long time to be doing the work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you. You know, folks, earlier on tonight I was saying that a politician becomes popular and stays popular if the people realize that he actually have the interest at heart. I also said I cannot give everybody everything. I cannot do everything. But what I do impact on the greater majority of the people whom I represent. And it is my quest to elevate their standard of living. And I want to do it across the board. I know for a fact there is not one single voter in Castries Central who has not benefited one way or the other. It may not be directly, but indirectly. When I passed, I drove up Monday or the other day, and the new court that Tiba and them built in the yard. I mean, it pleased me to see the young boys playing their football. Even them, my policies have impacted, although some of them are not even within voting age. So that is what I talk about representing your people. And trust me, the manifestation of love comes because those people realize that when they knock on my door, at least my ear will be open to heed their call. And I will always be there for them.
I want to say good night to you, Mr. Frederick.
Yeah, Kim.
19 years.
19 years.
And we're still going.
Yes. I remember you and I have a picture of Tom Chu. Baby, remember a picture of Tom Chu? You have it? Oh, yeah, give it to again. Black boy, put up that picture for me. Folks, I'll show you a picture with Kim. And most of the people behind me, they believe in me. They believe in me not necessarily as a this or as a that, but they believe in me. I believe I can pride myself on working with my government to deliver to my people. And that's what politics is all about. Politics should never be about greed. And that is what is killing us. You send it to him, baby? Okay, she's sending a picture to you. I'll show you all a picture 19 years ago, about 18 years ago, with Kim and myself and Tom Chu. That's what politics should be about. Helping people, doing what is necessary to ensure you elevate people. I mean, I try my best. My best may not be good enough, but I keep trying, and I will never stop. I will never, ever stop until we reach the promised land. So yes, I feel good. Aaron Alexander, good night to you. Good night. I have over 180 messages on my phone. I'm sorry if I can't read them tonight because those people just came on me, and I rather suspect when they leave, I leave here too.
One brother.
A break? No, I'm not taking a break. When I finish, I look. Oh, give me that. Let me see what you have. Folks, y'all will not believe. Oh my God! No, I can't be upset.
I'm showing you what's in the bag.
You said the picture? Yes, okay. But folks, it's really a manifestation of love. And I'll tell you this, no district representative, no MP can be showered with that kind of love if he does not give them love in return. And it is something that is reciprocal. It is something you give to me and I give to you. And that is what it is. So we have found cordiality, we have found love, we have found common ground. And with those people, I must say, I am happy. I am happy in Central. Okay. No, just so you don't have the whole one? Anybody else want to say something? Margaret, you coward. Nigel, what do you answer?
Yeah, good night to all.
Yeah.
Right alongside my papa.
Now this guy, hold on, this guy is Panto's son. Panto is the one with the little cabaret on Jeremy Street, where the people that's come and buy 30 cents rum. But he's Panto's son, my big supporter. Go ahead, Nigel.
Yeah, as I was saying, I never follow politics. I never into politics, and I still not into politics. I therefore a man, Richard Frederick, who he be and what he has do for his people. I will follow him any UWP, SLP, LLP, anywhere you go.
Thank you. Anyway, Albert will. Okay, I'm trying to get. Okay, Aaron, what did you say that Aaron said he voted 3 times? Let me see what you said, Aaron. Just now, 1 second. Aaron said, Richard, I voted for you 3 times, my brother. You are truly an amazing rep. Stay blessed, bro, and congrats for being our rep for 19 years. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. All right. Our boy, Beverly's husband, Rufus, Beverly Andrew, who died. Rufus said, tell the crew I said hello. Very sincere and honest supporters. Yes, they are. Welly says, we love you. She's another Central voter. Master Wong from Monday Domino Player says, Team RF, our humble servant, nice to see the supporters around you. How come I'm not there? That's not nice, my boss. Master Wong, I did not know anything about that. Yuris, big up you, my boss. Yuris, I have something for you. Don't forget, I have something for you, Yuris. Yeah, and you real, I don't know about that, you know. Wilma from Labry said, not Central alone, we on the outside love you as well. Thank you very much. Good work. Thank you very much. Another one says, oh my God, this make me want to cry. Happy 19th anniversary. They showing up by surprise is so touching. Peter the Great, Honorable, you are acting as a lawyer. You must bring spider justice. Yes. Somebody said, Charmaine, she could listen to you speak all night. You are very passionate.
That's because of the Honorable Richard Frederick giving me an opportunity 19 years ago to grace his podium, and from there on I have gone way past what I expected of me.
Right.
Recently, because of the administration, my rep and his colleagues, I was able to do a Monroe course where I am now a certificate holder of Monroe University. If I can do it, you too can do it. The Labour Party has put the tools in place for us to advance. Let us advance. Let the rhetoric be rhetoric. We are moving forward, not backward. Thank you, SLP, and thank you to Honorable Richard Frederick for being there for us through thick and thin.
Okay, Toka, good night. Toka, I big you up earlier. I big up Tiba. I said I like what you all are doing. In terms of trying to quell the situation, Tiba is doing a phenomenal job, spending his own money sometimes to put peace. So does Prince. I want to big you all up. I want to say thanks to you all. Thank you very, very much. And Choka said, big up my skip, hardest working rep in history. Now we have an MP who knows the ghetto struggle. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Choka. I do, Choka, and I understand what it is. And the thing is, you must understand, man, there's an old saying, you cannot tell my story unless you've read my book. And if you never drink Lower Jet to go to school, don't tell me about Lower Jet. Because, Teacher Fifi said, even if I'm not from Central, why am I not welcome? Oh my God. Yes. So, folks, I love the vibe. Miss Pam. Sammy Spam Kadimula. Sammy Spam Kadila. All right, tell it. Nice way, Miss Pam.
I wish you all the best for the 90 years. May the government abide you, guide you, protect you wherever you go. Hold tight, hold strong.
And then we have two people from New York. All the way in New York. They said actually they where are they from Staten Island, New York. Yes, they said here, blessings, teacher Marie and Linus are seated in class. Love this, my minister. Well done for the folks who stand up to you. Big up my girl Cynthia. So Cynthia, now mind you, Cynthia is a loyal supporter, but she like Roro, so don't interfere with me. Julia Charles feels like Central in competition with Big North. Nah, nobody's in competition in Central. Nobody. So the greetings are coming. James, Chef James, good night. Frances Rob, she says good work. Thank you, Frances Rob. Good night, Chief. I'm the Jamaican chef. Looking forward to meeting you as MP. Blessings to you. It's coming fast and furious. Yasmin says 19 more years to come. She says she missed this one and she's proud of you, Charmaine. So we are good. Benjamin. Yes, Benjamin. Yeah, Benjamin says, don't blast him on air because he didn't come and check my cameras. He asked me to big up the king of the north, Kenson Bebe Kazimi. Hats off to you, General. Folks, Betty, good night to you. Why you not here, Betty? Next time you have to publicize. Go around with a loudspeaker and tell everybody you're coming here because they believe in you. Good night, very warm. Very heartwarming vibes. Keep up the great work that you are doing. Sam on the show say good night to you, Sam. All the blessings on the anniversary. Sam, if you're still open, I rather suspect we'll come and negotiate for a little while before we go home. Folks, let's stay there whilst I take 5 calls after which we leave. Okay? 4533911 is our number. We'll take 5 calls.
I'm going to excuse that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's like, what's going on?
It's fine. I know this lady here, right?
Hang on.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta.
We have a call on the line. Can I help you? Good night. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good night.
We have a call on the line. Can I help you? Good night.
Would you turn down the volume of your radio or else I'll have no choice but to cut you off? I don't like doing it.
Hello?
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Yes?
Am I on?
Oh, yes, you are. Hey, Calix John Sr., good night to you, sir.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, you are on, Calix George. You are on. Black
Okay,
Boys.
good. Thank you very much. I want to congratulate you on your performance. I was very pleased to hear the lady earlier on who had made an announcement on your performance.
Yes.
Now, your performance in your constituency has been excellent. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you.
But I want to indicate to the general public of St. Lucia that your contribution is not confined to your constituency, but to the whole nation. And I want to point out the extreme, what I call the best social engineering that has been done in the country in respect of the baton relay.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
That concept that you came up with, incidentally, I am glad that it came from a source of George Odlum, because it is the lady who delivered you who gave you that inspiration to do that.
That's correct.
And that lady, Mrs. Kanai, was
Mrs. Kanai,
Brother George's sister.
Yes.
His eldest sister.
Yes.
But what is important from that what I call social engineering is the products that come out from that. And the products are revelations of our history and our local history. And I was so pleased the other day when you went to the Marion home and you got in contact with that lady called Joan Dasheville.
That's correct.
Now, Joan Dasheville, very few people know about her. But as a result of that baton relay, we exposed that lady, and I'm going to tell you something about her. That lady is one of the best civil servants that they had in St. Lucia. And as a result of the fact that she was a civil servant, when the federal government was formed, she was taken from St. Lucia and went to the center to form the basis of the service of the federal government.
In 1958.
La Corbinier and Grantley Adams, who was the prime minister and deputy prime minister of the federation. And after the federation, when the federation broke up, she went to study journalism. She is the first St. Lucian to study journalism. And she's the first woman in St. Lucia to study journalism. And she's a brilliant, brilliant lady. And that is a gem that you have discovered. And I'm hoping that your prime minister will give her an award as a result of it. But the point I'm making is not only your local catch street thing, but the national thing.
Yes.
The whole nation is unified as a result of your efforts.
Thank you.
And you must be complimented for you to that. Now, I am a very hard taskmaster, as you know. And when I say that, it's coming from my heart.
Thank you.
And I hope that St. Lucians will take note of that thing. It's a best form of social engineering that has occurred in St. Lucia for a long time.
Thank
now, I want to talk about this thing was made. I talked something about pedigree. About pedigree. All St. Lucians come from what they call a hybridity. It's crossing over white, black, yellow, green. That's why you have a lot of Shabins. Like I see you have a lot of Shabins up there.
Yeah. That's why you used to frequent Swazel so much in your earlier days.
That gives us our pedigree. Now, Wayne Girard, he says he doesn't have any pedigree. But Wayne Girard has better pedigree than Shasney.
Indeed.
Because Wayne Girard comes from the Girard and the Matthew families in the valley of Roseau. Now, the Roseau Valley, everybody says that the most ignorant people of St. Lucia come from Roseau, but that's not true. The fella, his grandfather was a fella called Stanislas Matthew. And Stanislas Matthew was a guy who did some social work in the friendly societies in there. So he was more or less like the NIC of the Roseau Valley. So that is the pedigree that Wayne comes from.
Yes.
His uncle, a fellow called Cyril Matthew. Cyril Matthew is one of the greatest agricultural scientists that we have in St. Lucia. And without him, all the benefits that we have in St. Lucia derive from the banana industry.
We would not have had it.
We would not have got it if it wasn't for Cyril Matthew, who was the manager of the SLBGA and also became the director general of Winban. All right? And then when he finished there, he went to JANU, the credit union.
Yes. I think your point has been properly accentuated.
Where they were making money on the dead.
Yes.
And so that is Wayne Girard's pedigree.
Yes.
He has damn good pedigree.
But you see
from his delivery at Ancillary the other night.
Hold on, Calix.
So tell Shasney when you talking about pedigree, don't come and talk about that. You have to have pedigree from the roots, from the radix. That's where the pedigree comes from. Our Prime Minister as well has very good pedigree.
No, we know that. We're not even going there. But my point is
very good pedigree. Very good pedigree.
My point is
his mother was
Calix.
teachers that they had. So they had to take her from Strazel and send her up to Catrice at the Ave Maria School. That's the pedigree of the thing.
We know that.
To haul his whatever it is when it comes to talking about pedigree. Thank you very much indeed for your patience.
Thank you. I would not even bring. I mean, we all know that our Prime Minister came from humble beginnings. His mother was a teacher. His father a police officer, and some time ago he was telling us in cabinet about what he inherited from his father, very little, and the little that he owns and whatever. But my point is, Shasney always speaks from a standpoint of ignorance. So you bearing that in mind, you take anything Shasney says with a grain of salt. We have another caller on the line. Good night, can I help you? Hello? Hello, good night, can I help you?
Hi, good night.
Yeah, what's up, Cornelia Jacob?
Oui, tu vas d'où ça? Ou kay rush moi, parce que moi plaisir pour rush. Mais, kitema d'où ça? Moi qui ka kuyo tala, moi qui ka beto, moi ka chen la ou musée. Okay?
Go ahead.
But Richard,
Yes.
tonight was a really very important show.
Yes.
What the information you were about to give. However, listen, Richard, if we thought that you were anything to deal with, what them young people do there, the youngest of the lot, all of them behind you there in that red. I think, Richard, you need to rush an ambulance to find Shasney where he is, because Shasney is in a rush to have a heart attack. All about now
Yes. But you see, as I was saying earlier, Cornelia, in life, generally in life, what you sow is what you reap. What you give is what you get. God gave us two hands and he said, I give. Well, he didn't say that, but we know one is to give and one is to receive. And if we believe that we can just take advantage of people and use them for our own personal aggrandizement without checking on them, then we're making a mistake, which is what the people of Nikun South are suffering from. Because Shasney used them, abused them, and then now I have to go and build a community center, I have to go and build this, I have to do this, do that, in a constituency that a Minister of Finance and Prime Minister presided over for 5 years. Okay, we have another caller. Good night, can I help you?
Yes, sir. Blessed good night to you, most honorable. I'm the Jamaican chef below your house. I just want to say to you tonight that God says a country strive on vision, and the vision that you have for your people will strive. So tonight, I want to say to you, sir, I bless you. I bless God for you. I pray that God will continue to give you a vision that you can take your people to another level and beyond. God bless you, sir. Keep on doing the good work you do. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you sent me a message. I need to stop and have a chat with you. I've never met you, but I will meet you in the not too distant future.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Yes, I must say, folks, some of those messages are very inspiring when you read what's happening online. Kong, good night, Kong. You should have been here as well. It's not my fault that you're not here. You know, you all do your thing. You should not tell me you all do your thing. I want to advertise the thing for you.
We didn't want it so.
We have another caller. Good night. Can I help you?
Hi, good evening, Sir Richard. Honorable Richard, I love you so much. Your
Thank you.
team behind you, I love the support.
Thank you.
And wherever you are, I will follow. I may not be parading around you, but you're in my heart, and you got my good love. You to the
Thank you very much. You see, it's one thing for politicians to come into politics and to see, you know, they want to use people to get status. I did not need status. I did not need people. God had already blessed me for profession. I'm one of the lawyers. I made the most money around. I invested it wisely. And I still feel that my purpose is to elevate my people and to leave a legacy. So when I'm gone, those people know I've done this and I've done that. We have another caller. Good night. Can I help you?
Good night, Honorable Richard, Frederick, and
my invaders.
Charlie, good night.
Good night.
Hello?
Yeah, good night. You're on. We're listening.
Yes. Good night, Honorable. It would really be remiss of me not to call from Canada.
All right. Nice.
This is Peter the Great right
Hey, Peter the Great.
Charlie, good night.
Yeah, what's up?
Yes. I just love to see the background, and you know what I want to ask, Honorable, who will be taking over that baton, whether it's Shaman or where's Kabit? I miss Kabit tonight.
Yeah, Kabit not there. they planned that thing.
I
don't know.
Congratulate you for your 19 years of service, and then to keep it up, and then we have you back in Canada.
Yes.
You understand? We have you back in Canada, and then I'm sitting right in my living room watching the entire RF crew.
Thank you, Mr.
Tell my PM anytime he called that shot, I'm in Lucia.
Very well, all right.
There,
I
I'm
think a lot of the guys are ready. I know for sure Anson Maxwell will be on the next flight.
all of us. And Canada have a whole plane waiting. We just in the waiting there already. All red. We coming down all red.
All right. All right.
Anyway, it's a pleasure. And don't forget my comrade, Bridges.
Oh, yes.
And my crew.
No, not your comrade. You have to
evening.
speak. When you speak about Frederick, you have to pronounce the word like Guy Joseph Albert. Albert from Wavin Shabot. That's El Cabot. And all the lot.
Have a nice one.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
All right, good night.
Yes, Peter.
Alison Fede, good night, my boy. Good night to you. Good night, Gibo. Our Senator Gibo down in Derry. So good night. You are doing what Shasta never did as Prime Minister, but you're doing well. Crystal in Leslieland. Crystal said the people love me. She loves me. I love everybody as well.
So just before we answer this one, Kim Shalry and the St. Lucian soldiers in Germany. Good night. I know you're locked on.
Yes, you know anybody else? Y'all want to tell anybody good night? Y'all crew. Oh, we have a caller. That's our final caller. You know, caller, I'm forced to tell you our final caller because Black Boy told me we have a caller. And if you call and the phone is off, it's because Black Boy put it off the hook. So he said he gives me one more call. Good night, you are our final caller. Can I help you?
And if you cross office because Black Boy put it.
Aye. The person is... You want to cut that one off and take another one? Folks, when you are calling, please lower the volume of your television or your radio or whatever medium through which you are listening to the broadcast because it provides feedback that is less than pleasant. Martin Monrose, Rosella Monrose in England, good night. Good night, can I help you?
Good evening, Sir Frederick.
Yeah.
Happy 19th anniversary to you, sir.
Thank you.
And it's nice to see that red and ready background there, man. From the house, nice to see you in there. Sharon, Charmaine.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Yes,
Cynthia, it's nice to see. I am in the background.
Yeah, I am there too.
It's a pleasure. This is Mr. Quincy, man. And
oh, nice.
It's a pleasure,
nice.
man. I voted for you 2 years and I'm red and ready for the next election when it comes around.
Yeah. Let me ask you, not because you voted for me, don't feel flattered. If I've done badly, tell me. How do you rate my performance?
You are doing a great job, and I would like you to continue doing the greatest.
All right. Thank you.
All
right.
right. Mr. Frederick.
Yes,
Not
yes,
forgetting
sir.
you there as well, sir.
Yes, thank
A
you.
pleasant good evening to all.
All right.
Yes. Thank you. Anson, did you send me a message there? Did you send me a voice note, Anson, that you want me to play? Let me see. Anson, oh yeah. What did you say here, Anson? Okay, I didn't get your... Somebody says, tell Cynthia I say good night. Yes. Take that call. Take it. That'll be our last one. Good night, can I help you?
Good night.
Yes?
Am I on the air?
Yes, you are. Live and direct.
Okay. Richard.
Yes?
It's 19 years, huh? 20 years and you win. You bring me the right bacon to my house. Remember who told you, bring the bacon home?
Of course, Mrs. Alexander.
Do you remember, boy?
We were in Flabo then.
That's right. We were in there together.
Yes,
so we out together.
And then you came to me and you said, you better bring that bacon home. I said, no.
Bring the bacon home.
Well, right now we have so much bacon, we are putting bacon on the shelf and just taking it down.
It is still frying. On the 20th one?
Yes, we're listening.
Bring the real bacon home for me. Okay?
Yes, it will be. You have to
good night.
Let not your heart be troubled.
Okay, my dear. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. What is Anson saying there now?
I don't know how I'm feeling.
All right. Let me just play Anson quickly.
Honorable, happy happy 19th. I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm just so happy for you. And I'm happy for everybody who is around you. Just tender my best regards to everybody. You are just a child of the King, and no weapon from against you shall prosper. Blessings to you and to everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anson. Thank you. Okay, Black Boy, that's it for the night. One more, give me one more. Boy, Black Boy is feeling good tonight. I could tell you that. It's a good thing he has not put the phone off the hook. But he says he's giving me one more. Good night, can I help you?
Good night, my rep. Good night, my rep. And all your crew there, and Mr. Frederick, and boss, good night.
Yes, sir.
Boss man, a happy 19th independence anniversary.
We must have
to you
independence. We must have.
in the political arena. So take care. We'll see down the road. Have a good night.
All right, after Charles.
Good night.
Good night, Arthur. Another supporter of mine again from Castries Central. Folks, I think we've had enough. Albert, your closing words. You want to shout out anybody you've not?
Not really. I just have to say I'm very impressed with the young lady that she speaks so well. And the fact that she said
Charmaine.
Charmaine, right, that she pursued education.
Yes.
And that is good. And she's an example, really. And, the other young people around the place.
You see, the thing is, Albert, when you give people opportunities, you also have to give them the inspiration to grab those opportunities and expound on those opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Some people see it as a passing thing and it will last forever. But you see, I will never forget, Albert, when I was making money. Unless I don't buy... No. I mean, in terms of investments,
okay.
I never kept cash. I was always broke because the next piece of land, I want it. That's how you grew wealth. That's how you grew generational wealth. Right now, to be quite honest, I have land, so sometimes I forget where I have land. That's the truth. Somebody calls you, hey, you own a piece of land there. Let me say good night to Bano. Bano, good night. 2 weeks ago, I'm about going into cabinet. I got a call, Bano. Bano said, Richard, you have a piece of land. I said, where? Yeah, there's some white people, they build a house not far from you, overlooking you. A piece of land I have overlooking the marina. And he said, they asked me to go and find out the owner they want to buy.
Right.
And I didn't even remember. Imagine Daniel had not even seen the land. It was after Banner reminded me, I went and I showed it to her. So you get opportunities because that tap will not remain open for an indefinite period of time. So what you do is you build your asset base and you invest in income generating assets. So you'll be on your dying bed, you'll collect rent of 100,000 a month. And you don't need to work for anybody else. When you start working, you work for money. Money is your master. But if you work well, money becomes your servant, and money works for you. So I'm at the stage where money is my servant. My money works for me. I don't have to go and work for money. Okay? With that said, look, my officers are there, but we're making them make a shimmy kushi. Hey, what hey, yes.
Before we leave,
before you leave, what else?
Before we leave, I want to say personally, may God continue to bless this gentleman that God have ordained. He did not just let God ordain him. And may you always stay blessed and remain blessed because God have already ordained him. And to all the rest of the team RF, big up for yourself for making that great move, especially Charmaine and Kim. Big up to y'all. And it was a great job and we appreciate, all of us appreciate it. Dania, I love you a lot. God's blessing up.
They come and show your face, man.
Thank you for being around my boss.
Boss lady, come true, boss lady, come true.
We love you. And to the rest of Central Castries, Team RF, Honorable Richard Frederick, love all of you.
All right, folks, as I've always said, if God has blessed you, no one can curse you. Live clean, Because what you sow, you are bound to reap. Be careful of the pit that you dig for another. It may just be your own. I'm Richard Frederick. I'm out there. See you next Thursday. God willing.